You want to build the most practical and easy to use setup for your talking head videos, and you are thinking about the Elgato Prompter, but it's hard to decide if this is the best solution for every situation. You can use it with any lens, you can use it with a smartphone or a webcam. I have the Elgato Prompter, I tested all these options and I will show you exactly what can be mounted on it. We will split the information into three main categories: mirrorless or DSLR cameras with lenses, smartphones, and webcams. The first option is to mount the prompter on the camera lens if you use a mirrorless or DSLR. The prompter comes with a backplate specially designed to be mounted on these adapter rings, and the rings that we can find in the package are designed for 49mm, 52, 55, 58, 62, 67, 72 and 77mm. If you have a lens with other dimensions, you can still use it, but in another way I will show you immediately. If you have a lens with a mounting filter that fits the size of one of these adapter rings that comes in the box, all you have to do is mount the camera on the tripod and attach the dedicated ring to the lens. On the prompter, use the lens backplate and just attach it to the lens. The prompter has a perfect connection between the lens and the backplate. No light, it's coming in, everything, it's perfect. For those who are scared of the weight of the prompter, I can share my experience with this problem. I used to shoot for clients, and most of the time at conferences, for example, or concerts, I use this big boy 70 to 200mm. This is Mark II, which is lighter, but for years I used the Mark I, which is 3.2 pounds. And no, I didn't mount it on a tripod using the tripod stand. I have it attached to the cameras like this. I used it with the A7S III, the ZV-10, nothing happened. The Elgato Prompter is 1.5 pounds. The Sigma 16mm f1.4 is 0.89 pounds. Combined, they are 2.39 pounds. My conclusion is that it will be more than safe to use it. I have been using it like this for a few months and everything is safe for me. But if you don't want to attach it to the lens, you can use the secondary mounting option, which will also help you mount more devices. All you have to do is use the universal backplate instead of the lens backplate. After you mount the universal backplate, mount the prompter to the tripod instead of the camera. You have two mounting threads, choose the one that is more comfortable for you based on your tripod. Attach the tripod plate to the prompter and connect it to the tripod. Now mount the camera holder plate to the back of the prompter. It will look like this. Next, all you have to do is to attach the camera on the prompter here using the mounting screw. Try to push the camera as close as possible to the glass, but don't touch it. Be careful to not touch or damage the glass. Set it to the right position and cover it with the black fabric that's attached to the universal backplate. And now you can use almost any lens. I don't know if you will find an easy way to mount something like the 70 to 200mm, but let's be honest, you're not going to use the prompter with this monster. I hope you're not doing that. Like this, you can use almost any mirrorless or DSLR camera with almost any lens for talking head videos without problems using this method. Let's move now to the second big question. Can you use it with a smartphone? Let's see. And if you want to find out more about the Elgato Prompter, things like how good is the software or the best ways to control it, I have a dedicated video about this topic and I will add the link in the description to watch it after this video. To mount a smartphone, I will use the same universal backplate, but instead of mounting the camera on the prompter, I will attach a phone holder. But there is a catch. This does not come with the prompter. I use a cheap classic smartphone holder. You can find them anywhere, just be careful to choose one that has a mounting thread at the bottom. I will add affiliate links in the description for some good and strong ones. Also, if you want to buy the prompter or anything else from my setup, I will add affiliate links in the description. If you click on my links, you're not going to pay anything extra, but I will earn a small commission and this will help me keep sponsors away from this channel and create more valuable content for you. Thank you. Next, I need to attach the phone holder to the prompter and after attach the phone. But there is a catch. I will demonstrate using an iPhone 14 Pro because I want to see if the wide-angle camera is working with the prompter. The camera on a smartphone, it's on the side when you flip the smartphone in landscape mode. We need to have the lenses in the middle of the prompter. To solve this, remove the mounting screw like this. You have a side that's bigger to remove the screw, and mount it here on a side. This can be different depending on your phone, but the main point is to have the lenses in the center of the prompter. For the iPhone, here it's perfect. And after remove the screw in the proper position, just attach the phone holder. Find the best position, and that's it. You are now using the Elgato Prompter with a smartphone. The normal camera is working perfectly, but the wide camera is too wide for this prompter, and you will see the frame. It's much wider than a Sigma 16mm f1.4. I don't know how many of you are shooting talking head videos with a camera this wide. I don't like it, but keep in mind that the wide angle is too wide. But look how nice the image is with the main camera. I think it's perfect. In conclusion, yes, you can use the prompter with a smartphone. Now, let's move to the webcams. And if you find this video useful until now, don't forget to press the like button and maybe consider subscribing. Thank you. If you have the Elgato Facecam Pro, I don't have it right now, but I tested it, it's working perfectly because you will find in the box a backplate specially designed for it. But let's test other cameras. I have the classic Logitech C920 here. I will mount it directly to the prompter with the screw attached here in the middle. I can do that because this webcam has a mounting thread here. I mount it and try to push it as close as possible to the glass. Now let's see. Yes, it's working perfectly. The next webcam that I want to test is the Facecam MK II. I bought this camera with my own money to make some tests for creators who don't want to complicate things with a mirrorless camera or spend that much on a mirrorless camera and lenses. I'm doing some research to find the best solution for them. I'm working on this video. Let me know if you are interested in this topic. For this camera to work with the prompter, I need to move the mounting screw on this line here to be able to have the camera as close as possible to the glass. I move the screw, attach the camera and find the perfect spot. And yes, it's working perfectly. Just don't forget to cover it with the fabric. I don't have more webcams to test, but you can find the list of compatible webcams on the Elgato website. As I just demonstrated, you can use the Elgato Prompter with mirrorless, DSLR, almost any lens, smartphones and webcams. But this is not all, because there are many more crucial aspects to take into consideration and you need to know about them if you want to buy the Elgato Prompter. I will give you a dedicated video about my experience with it, showing you all the good and the bad about the prompter and also how I use it for my talking head videos. Watch this video and make the right decision to transform your talking head videos immediately.